Now, next one I would like to go to is violence. Now, violence and aggression, are they the same? How do you differentiate them? Now, aggression, it's a noun. It's more of the general word when we talk about forced, okay, a hurt. But violence is more of a powerful, a stronger, but a more specific kind of hurting, okay. Violence, we can look in terms of two things, okay. The first one is violence. You commit violence when you watch TV. People committing violence when they are shown in the movies. Or next one is that the spouse, the male, hit, abuse the females, or vice versa. I've even heard cases that the males are being abused by the wives, okay, which is, yeah, it happens, yeah. Now, we have the intimate partner violence and also sexual aggression, okay. The funny thing is that how can someone who used to love each other, they become so hate of each other, and then they commit violence to the most, okay, to the extreme. Just beware of that. This is not part of social psychology, but I just hope that you can beware of your surrounding and the people you are in, okay? If you see some form, people, sometimes we say hating is loving. We use this in a Chinese sentence, 打骂就是爱, okay? But this is not the case, okay? This happens to only kids, okay? When it comes back to abuse, injuries, and even death, okay? It's serious issues that we're talking about, okay? Try to know about what you're facing. Try not to buy in or try to play with your mind, okay? Sometimes your mind can play when you're being abused or being hit, okay? You say, oh no, it's okay, he's just having a bad day. No, it's okay, it must be my fault. It's okay, it doesn't always happen, okay? I loved him. But you have to understand, when you are in that situation, try to be wise and be rational, okay? Sometimes it might cost your marriage or even your family, okay? But never put that blame onto yourself, okay? You are never to be blamed, okay? And the first thing you need to know is that before loving other people, you have to love yourself first, okay? Most people, they tend to love other people so much that they forgot to love themselves first, okay? Now, if you have one kind of a question being asked by a teacher or anyone, who is the person that you loved most, okay? Now, the answer mostly might be your mom, okay, or your husband, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, okay? But the right question that you should put is you should love yourself first, okay? It is not being selfish. It is not being selfish, okay? You have to be able to love yourself first before you try to even love other people, okay? Next one, we go to topic 10, which is affiliation, attraction, love, and prosocial behavior. Just now I was talking about how can two couples being so lovey-dovey and getting married ended up beating each other. The serious domestic case happens between spouses, okay? Why does this happen? I do think that when you love too much, then you hate too much, okay? Because it's a feeling, it's the intensity of emotions that involve inside, okay? If I have nothing related to that guy over there, I don't have anything, I don't feel anything towards that guy, I'm not gonna love, I'm not even gonna hate, I'm just not gonna do anything to that guy, okay? Now, it goes back to your emotions. Emotions is a very dangerous thing, yeah? Beware of that, yeah. Now, to start with, everyone wants to be loved, okay? Everyone wants to be loved. Couldn't say that more. I've been talking about that, okay? Anyone. Praises makes them happy, okay? A loved, a kind, a call makes them happy, okay? People search to be loved. That's why they find groups, okay? I don't care if my groups is Along. I don't care if my groups is a gangster group. As long as I'm being loved, I'm part of the groups, they love me as I am, I'm good with that group, okay? Just be aware of that, okay? Everyone wants to be loved. Now, since we are social human beings, we have to be connected with one another, okay? So then we make friends. We make friends of similar situation or similar experience. Now, some issues that I can talk about right now. And sometimes you don't love your friend because they have similarities. Sometimes you love your friends just because you always meet that person. Okay? This is called proximity factor. Proximity factor, if you ask anyone, who do you love or who do you like as your best friend? It's not because that friend has the same interest as you. It is only because you always meet that friend or that person. You try to observe in your workplace, who is your best friend? Who's your best colleague? Okay? And as long as you just put them together, they become good friends, yeah? Next one, homeostatic model. Sometimes human needs a balance, okay? We cannot have two little friends. It means we are weird. We have something wrong in us, okay? We are antisocial. We cannot have too many friends. I've known people with Facebook with more than 1,000 friends, 600 friends. It is very weird for me to just comprehend that, okay? Yes, okay. For me, I've only 100 plus friends, okay? But they are close friends that I know, that I talk, okay? Now, sometimes in the cases where we have too many friends, we tend to exclude ourselves. We try not to just be too bugged up by friends, phone calls from friends to hang out, okay? We try to achieve that kind of homeostatic model. We try not to just get too much of friendship. We try to reserve to that level, that we preserve our own level and privacy. But in another level, we try to have friends that we can communicate, okay? And then when we come to have too few friends, then we try to go find more, okay? Now it happens people when they go partying or when they attend functions, okay? That when they've realized that they have too little friends, okay? Theories of affiliation. The stress shared theory was developed by 1959, okay? This experiment talks about when there are groups of people, some are electrified, some are not electrified, okay? But obviously, if you can realize that, the people who are electrified, they are more likely to affiliate with one another, okay? I know myself, I used to be in a public speaking class. Public speaking is a scary class. I used to be very scared speaking in front, okay? And now, when we are given the time to give our last talk, okay, last speech, do you be amazed by how we are the best friends? We shake each other's hand, we give support, we say you are the best, you can do it. We pat everyone's back like we are the best friend, okay? Now this means that when we are in the same situation, okay, we try to support one another. We try to acknowledge, understand your situation, and you understand my situation, because we are in the same boat actually, okay? And that makes that makes us more comfortable, more comforting, okay? But if you ask me right now, are we still best friends? Not really. I even forgot who I affiliate the most, okay? Next one, we go into attachment theory. John Bowlby, he says that the attachment is a natural thing since baby. Meaning since baby you want to be attached. If you know one case, there was one baby who was left in the hospital or in a childcare center for a very long time. And he is quite old, but the body of him, he looks like a baby, when he should be growing and having flesh and meat and just growing, but he's just like a baby. If you put two babies, if you can really make this experiment, which I think you can't, try to put two babies, and one baby being touched by the mom all the time, every day, and just leave this baby, having a robot to feed this baby and to milk this baby, to just feed milk to the baby. You realize in a month of 2 or 3, you would see there's a different growth, in the baby, okay? The level of nutrition given is the same. The place that they're staying is the same, okay? But one is pet and one is being left there, taken care by a robot, a cold metallic robot. You would see there is a huge difference. But I think you cannot do that experiment because it's against the code of ethics, yeah?